Hello, I'm Pablo Penas from Corsynth, and today I'm going to talk in detail about this frequency divider multiplier. This module has three different circuits. It has one divider circuit, one multiplier circuit, and one voltage control distortion. The divider circuit generates two signals, one that is 1 octave below the original signal, one signal that is 2 octaves below the original signal, and the multiplier generates one signal that is 1 octave higher and a signal that is 2 octaves higher from the original signal. Here we have the amount of distortion and the amount of modulation for the distortion. This is the multiplier input that is connected internal to the divider input. Here we have the individual outputs for the divider and the divider mix. That mix takes these signals only. Here we have the multiplier individual outputs for each stage and the multiplier mix that will take signals from the multiplier. Mix out that mix all these signals, and switch mix that will take from each stage the multiplier or the divider according to this switch. The distortion will take the input from the mix out. All these features allow this module to be used in many situations for different purposes. For example, it can be used as a sub-octave generator or sub-oscillator, as a frequency multiplier, can be used to create complex sounds from just one oscillator, to create synchronized modulations or complex modulations, as a pattern generator, as a voltage control distortion. So let's start from the basics and we will explore all these options. Okay, we have connected a sine wave oscillator to the multiplier in, and the mix out is connected to the VCA. So we have here on the multiplier the sine wave, and because nothing is connected to the divider, is also here. The divider now 1 octave below, 2 octaves below. These individual outputs are independent from the potentiometers. You can see. Now with the multiplier, we have here the original signal, 1 octave higher and 2 octaves higher. And as on the divider, the individual outputs are here. The multiplier mix will take the signals only from this. As you can see, the divider doesn't affect, and the divider mix the same. So with just this configuration, one sine wave connected to the multiplier, we can create these rich sounds. So now instead taking the signal from the mix out, we will take it from the switched out. So let's connect a divider to the divider as a wave from the same oscillator that we have the sine wave. So now we have here the sine wave, but if we want to choose the other wave from the multiplier, we will do it like this. We have here the sub-octave. Now we have all the dividers. This is really useful when you are on a live situation and you can change octaves and create drastic change on sounds. We have connected here a low frequency oscillator, and we are going to take these signals, multiplier by 2 and by 4, and we will use to create a synchronized modulation. So we have here the oscillator, and we have here with the modulation multiplied by 4. And now with the multiply by 2, we are going to modulate the filter. So as you can see, you create modulations that they are synchronized between them. Also, we could take the divider. And as you can see, they are perfectly synchronized. Now, instead taking the signal from the individual outputs, we will use any of the mixers, for example the mix out, to create complex modulation. Now we are going to use the frequency divider multiplier as a clock divider. We connect a clock signal to the divider input, and these two outputs we are connected to two envelopes. And this is what happened. This is one oscillator, and this is the other oscillator. As you can see, they are synchronized. We change the speed. If we want to use the original clock, we have it here on the divider mix. We have the original clock signal. So now I'm going to explain how to use the frequency divider multiplier as a pseudo sequencer to create patterns that will repeat. We have here a square wave a low frequency oscillator square wave connected to the divider input, and the deep mix connected to the exponential modulation of the oscillators. Let's see how it sounds. Let's add now the divider. We have like pattern that is repeating. Let's add more steps. And even more steps. As you can see, you can create different patterns. If you change the speed of the oscillator. This is how you can use this module also as a pattern generator. It's a bit random, but the pattern will clock perfectly with the low frequency oscillator frequency. Now we are going to use the voltage control distortion. We have connected one sine oscillator to the multiplier input. The distortion output is connected to the filter input, and the filter output is connected to the PCA. Let's see how it sounds. It's just one oscillator, sine wave oscillator, using the divider and the multiplier. And let's add some distortion. Let's add now voltage control. I'm changing the frequency of the low frequency oscillator. So as you can see, you can get really harsh and fat sound from just one sine wave oscillator. And now one hidden feature of this module: when nothing is connected to the multiplier divider, you can use the mixer to create offsets. So let's see. You can see modulation. Sometimes this can be very handy. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. If you want to see this module used in a more musical context, you can watch the previous video that is on the channel. I hope you like it. Thank you.